What's up you guys, it's your boy Hayden Huynh, back in another video, and today we're not going to be talking about not just one Minix figure, not just two Minix figures, but if I could get this right, but three Minix figures. That's right, we're going to be talking about the Michael Jackson Minix figures. As you can see, I've got three of them. I know that the fourth one exists, that's the Billie Jean one, but yeah, that's not available yet, at least where I live. I'm happy to announce and to review these three Minix figures, so let's get into it. Now, I love a good MJ figure. As you can see on my shelf, I've got the pop vinyls, I've got some figurines, and yet these are new to add to the collection. But I thought, I've actually never heard of the company Minix before, so I did a little bit of research. This is what they're all about. They do little figurines that are kind of like caricatures in a sense of pop culture, celebrity, and all that cool stuff. But yeah, I've never heard of the brand before. I'm always more so a pop vinyl collector. I'm actually an action figure collector as well. I kind of collect Star Wars, but that's a completely different video. But yeah, I just love figurines, point blank period. It's really cool how currently in 2025 we're getting more merchandising in relation to MJ. You can see that they're using the MJ license in terms of new products, new merchandise, t-shirts, all that stuff. To be honest, I think they're doing better than the actual MJ estate themselves, ironically. But yeah, let's get started with the review of the figures. So at this point of the recording, I haven't got the Billie Jean figurine yet. As you can see, the Billie Jean one looks like that. It's kind of like a mishmash of everything. Because I filmed these videos so far in advance that I might actually have the Billie Jean one. I'm more active on my Instagram account in regards to updates, so I'm sure that they'll get a video in the future. But yeah, as you can see, I've got the Smooth Criminal, Thriller, and the Jam figure. The Jam figure actually came today, so I figured why not just do a video of all three. Let's start off with my favorite song, which is the Smooth Criminal one. So this is what the Smooth Criminal one looks like in terms of the box. And what I noticed is that this is for all the boxes as well. They're kind of copying the pop vinyl aesthetic in a sense. It's the black and gold style approach where, you know, has a paint splatter as well as the MJ logo. But this is what the Smooth Criminal box looks like from the front, the sides, the top, the bottom, and yeah, in a sense where all the Minix figures kind of share the similar style. I won't be showing all of the B-roll, so to speak, but yeah, this is what the Smooth Criminal figure looks like within the box, and this is what it looks like without the box. So as you can see that the Smooth Criminal figure, it's a really cool rendition. It's stylistic in a sense where this is what it looks like, where it's basically a caricature in a sense. I wish that I had a better pose for this figure, but yeah, it kind of reminds you of the pop vinyl, so to speak. There's no articulation, it literally just stands there. And yeah, to be honest, the pose isn't that good. I wish I did like the leaning pose or some other pose. This is just tipping the side of the fedora. And yeah, it's all in all, it's a really cool rendition of the Smooth Criminal suit. Not to mention that, yeah, Smooth Criminal is my favorite song, point blank period, as well as Billie Jean's up there. But yeah, Smooth Criminal, I always have really great memories of that. As you can see, it has the spats detailing as well as the armband, not to mention the tie and just the whole suit. The only thing I don't like about it is the actual face. The hair sculpture is really cool. It's very cartoony, but the face could be a little bit better. I know that it's a caricature, but yeah, he more looks like a woman more than, you know, MJ himself. But as you can see, it has the eyeliner. It's kind of look like it's like falling asleep. But yeah, that's what the figure looks like. But yeah, all in all, it captures the essence of Smooth Criminal. I wish it was a lean pose, but yeah, that's just him holding the hat. He stands pretty well in a sense where, unlike the other figures, especially the Thriller one, I'll get into it, but the Thriller one always, you have to angle it in a sense, otherwise it's going to become a bit too top heavy and then it falls over. But yeah, the Smooth Criminal one, him standing there, really, really cool. And yeah, I would recommend if you're a fan of Smooth Criminal, get this figure. To be honest, if you have a little bit of disposable income, I recommend getting all of the figures. But yeah, if you're a fan of Smooth Criminal, get this one. But yeah, getting that one out of the way, let's get into the Thriller figure. So this is what the Thriller figure looks like. And look, to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of this one in a sense where I wish the face was a bit better, as well as not to mention the posing. So this is what the figure looks like in the box, and here it is on the different sides and everything like that. But we take it out of the box, this is what the figure looks like. This is what the figure looks like when he's in the standing pose, and look, I'm not a fan of it. I wish it was more of like this pose or like that pose. I don't know, there's so much, or even that pose. There's so many poses that they could have chosen, but this one's a lame one. Even the pop vinyl one is a much more better rendition of it. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the face. I mean, makes him more look like a woman more than actually MJ. And I've noticed that they've really got the nose sculpt really thin. But you know, it's a caricature, so to speak. So I get it. But yeah, when I was posing this figure as it stands, I don't know if it's the actual mold of the shoes, but I have to angle it in a sense where sometimes it'll literally, ironically, lean forward, lean back. Yeah, that's the only problem I have with this figure. But overall, look, the jacket sculpting is really cool. It's very stylized in a sense where it kind of looks like a cartoon, but it hits all the Thriller jacket aesthetics. Think the quilted shoulder pads, the black leather, as well as the buckles. Went pretty well in terms of the paint detailing, getting the silver buckles and all that stuff, as not to mention the front closure of the jacket. Overall, it's a really cool figure, but I just wish this one could have been a bit better, a little bit better in terms of the posing as well as the face. You know, out of all the collection, not my favorite. I like the Billie Jean one especially, but you know, the Thriller jacket's still pretty cool, but this one could use some improvements on the figure. And you know what, because I don't have the Billie Jean one, maybe that's this list or tiering, so to speak, could be a bit different, but this one is my favorite one. This is the Jam figurine, and yeah, it pays homage to the 1993 Super Bowl performance. As you can see that this is the 1993 black gold version of the Jam jacket, and you can tell it's the Super Bowl one because it doesn't have the gold leotard, has the white shirt at the bottom, and yeah, so this is what the figure looks like in the box. Yeah, this is what the sides look like, and it says that this is a special edition version of the Minix figure. I have no idea what that means. I don't collect Minix figures, and you know, it's a well-known secret that special editions, they're just trying to make you buy it more, or it's limit scarcity. It's not really special edition, limited edition. But hey, cool figure nonetheless. This is what it looks like, and I really love the sculpting in terms of the Jam jacket, especially the belt, the gold, and especially at the back as well. They really went to town on this in the sense where the details are really, really cool. But, you know, as the MJ nitpicker fan, I am on the sides, the badges, they're not accurate. But, you know, they do a very, very good job. Not to mention the arm brace literally is just a slab of white. They didn't really try and do all the lacing details, which is kind of a shame. But overall, a very, very cool figure nonetheless, especially the face, because the sunglasses really obscure the eyes. But turns out, if you look very closely, that they actually have molded the eyes underneath. I'm pretty sure. Look, the way how it's attached, it would be cool to detach the sunglasses. I know that's part of the iconic pose. And not to mention, they've done the hair sculpt really, really cool. Yeah, just overall, just the face sculptures and just the whole thing, they kind of look like Fortnite characters, so to speak, or just a very video game-esque style of sculpting. But yes, overall, it's a very, very cool figure. Not to mention that the sunglasses have matching gold trim to the figure itself. But yes, comparing this figure to all the other figures, this one is by far my favorite. But yeah, this is just overall, it just shows an iconic MJ posing compared to the Smooth Criminal one and the Thriller one. This one is just the iconic standing. Even when I'm making a joke about me being MJ, everyone's like, yeah, you should just stand there, like what he does in the Super Bowl / Jam performances. But yeah, it's a really cool jacket, not jacket, slip of the tongue. It's a really cool figure nonetheless, especially the golden belt detailing. And this is what it looks like on my shelf. Really cool. Hoping to get the Billie Jean figure soon. But yeah, that's my thought on the Minix figure, so to speak. So overall, it's very, very cool figures, very stylized, but the only downfall is the posing as well as the faces, so to speak. Hopefully Minix makes more figures of MJ in the future, as well as the pop vinyls. I mean, there's so much outfits that they can choose from. It's just a matter of just making it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Catch you around.